I just had like a lot of things going through my mind, and like I just felt like I wasn't really being fully authentic. Where like I didn't really mention any of uh what promotions I was trying with. I was trying with CES, and my promoter was Jimmy Birchfield Senior. I just feel like I was kind of being fake to myself because like people keep asking me like what's going on with Victor Reynoso. Why isn't Victor Reynoso fighting? And like I'm just kind of tired of like avoiding the question. So I think that the people should know what's going on with Victor Reynoso and why Victor Reynoso is not fighting. So it's kind of found my uh, I found myself in a predicament in my contract where I didn't really know how to go about certain things. So I'm a person I always try to seek counsel to tackle whatever situation is in front of me, and I reached out to um, professors of mine and you know elders for counsel and for help with my situation, and they've been guiding me, through these hurdles I've been in. I've been in the gym for a long time. I'm always posting. I'm trying to stay active. I'm always in the gym, always sparring. But the reality is that, I had one fight in June 19th. My contract was supposed to be over September 14th. And there was other shows that was, being thrown by CS Boxing, Jimmy Birchfield Sr. And I wasn't contacted for those shows, So as far as our relationship, the type of relationship that we always had was, he hits me up, he calls me, he tells me what, when I'm a fight, who I'm a fight, and when it's gonna go down, and what I gotta do. Several situations, try to advocate for myself, but the situation was always, his way or the highway. So I look, uh, you know, I look forward to speaking to like someone who is more knowledgeable in law. So I decided to you know have a lawyer look at my contract so he could tell me what's really going on with my contract. So the lawyer told me, oh well, this is basically like an employer-employee contract. Nothing in this contract is in your favor. Um, so basically, you don't really want to be in this contract, and um, in order for you to grow, you got to get out of it. So, we came up with a game plan, and he said, you guys just be patient, if he doesn't reach out to you, there's nothing that, you got to do. You know, he calculated all, the extra, uh, you know, time after my contract, which my contract was over September 14th. So there's a 30-day grace period where I would be in violation if I reach out to any other promotions. Say like, yo, you got to respect this because this is on paper and this is just what you sign, which is kind of reasonable. And he was like, well, are there any other hiccups, besides COVID? And I'm like, nah, well, yeah, I retired for like 3 weeks, whatever. But thank God, I had everything in writing, and I sent that via email. I'm like, well, besides that, was there something else? I was like, well, I didn't get a fight one time because I had stitches, but that fight card ended up being canceled. Everybody got sick on that time. I guess it was around when COVID really popped off. I think Marcus Bates was supposed to be in that card. Giuseppe Casamano. Long story short, fight got postponed to like March or something, and then on that day, actually, City of Providence actually shut down on fight night. So I remember seeing Demetrius Andrade in the supermarket. He was like, "Yo, the fight is no more. It's not happening." And I was supposed to be like the host that night. So long story short, I got the I got the go from my lawyer. So my lawyer was like, "Yo, listen, how you want to handle this? I can send him a letter, so he knows that you're being represented, or if you just want to handle everything smoothly, you also have that choice. So I said, you know what, I'm not really a man of drama. I don't really like conflicts or whatever. So I kind of followed everything how it's supposed to be. So I don't see any reasons why shouldn't be able to fight. I don't see any reasons why I shouldn't be able to reach out to different promoters and try to get on fight cards. So long story short, I reached out to different promoters November 20th. Um, they had asked me if if my contract was over. I said, yeah, I already had a lawyer like that. I got to go, this and that. They were like, yeah, cool, we'll keep in contact, this and that. Then I ended up going to Vegas. When I'm in Vegas, I got Jimmy Senior keeps hitting me up. Yo, you're gonna fight on February 19th, which just passed, and the other fight day was March 26th, which is coming up. So then I was like, at the moment, I didn't really want to like continue to fight for him because of the way I was treated and how uncomfortable I had felt with my past experiences and not even having to say an hour and everything that had to deal with Victor Reynoso. This is Team Reynoso, um, promotions, everybody's getting paid because of everything that I'm doing, so it kind of sucks once you don't really have a say in your own career. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus I didn't want to everybody gets the impression that when I'm fighting for CES, that everything is sweet. Yeah, see me winning. Yeah, see me, pictures. Yeah, see the promotions. Yeah, see me smiling. But like people don't really know what's going on, and I didn't really want to deceive the upcoming fighters to, engage and be part of this business because, there's a lot of sketchy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So that was also a big reason why when I decided to like leave from my old gym, like I didn't want anybody else. I didn't want any other boxers, upcoming boxers, or kids that were in my gym to also be tainted by my situation and the decisions that I decided to do for myself. Because you learn this shit in the hood. You know, when you're young, like different people get different prices, different people get different treatment. It is what it is. Whatever. So long story short, I got some real people that are part of my team, and I was like, you know what? Let me listen to what he has to say. I'm in Vegas. I had the guidance of Coach Padman out there. Shout out to Coach Padman for being a real dude, and his wife Cheryl Reeves for just being real people and guiding me through these troubles and letting me know my rights, as far when it comes to contract, because they know about contracts, and plus they're out there in the wild, wild west. You know what I'm saying? Things run different out there, Um, so whatever. She was like, yeah, call him up and put him on speaker. I want to hear everything he got to say. So long story short, like, yo, what's going on with you? What are you doing out there in Vegas? He's asking me like mad questions about who I know in Vegas, so I'm out there in Vegas. So like, I just figured I'd be real. Like, it's no need for me to lie to you. Like, well, I'm trying to stay active. I'm worried about my career and I'm trying to look for other opportunities so I can continue my craft. He knows that the reason why I'm doing boxing is to be able to help my family in DR, and that, like shit's real out there. So like, if I see like I have a good shot at, being world champion or following this path in this career, that's what I'm gonna do. So he was like, oh yeah, I heard you were reaching out to different promotions, man. That's something that snakes do. And I started to get irritated, but I kept my composure. I'm like, what you mean? How am I a snake? I'm not going behind your back. Like, I had a lawyer look at my contract, but then he was like, oh well, I have a lawyer too. And like, I'm not really trying to argue with nobody, bro. All I'm telling you is that I had someone who was knowledgeable that could interpret law to me, more clearly tell me where I stand as far as what's going on with my contract, because the situation is that a lot of the fighters, upcoming fighters, they're young, they're teenagers, they don't know much about law, and a lot of them are from the hood, bro. They don't have someone that stands up for them and advocates for them and lets them know what it is when coming to sign contracts and deals with these promoters that are knowledgeable and know exactly what they're doing. So I was just trying to say to him that, my lawyer gave me the green light to go and contact other promoters, right? Because if I'm working a 7 to 3 job, I'm in school, I'm putting a lot of work, all these expenses into my boxing equipment, which is not cheap, getting ready for my fight, getting my outfits together, I'm out here hustling, I'm selling tickets on the street, I'm walking up and down Broad Street, I'm reaching out to different businesses, I'm doing what other boxers are not doing. Like, I'm very concerned with my career and the people that I have around that are supposed to be there to help to build me up, He's like, well, it was your responsibility to contact me because your contract was up. Never in my life has it ever been uh a like as an athlete or like never in. I'm pretty sure Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, when their contract was up, it's always the Boston Racing manager reaching out to them, being like, "Yo, like your contract is out. What does he want to do?" And my mind was
You don't
like,
have
"Well,
to call. You don't have to call to confirm that, right? I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah, like it's not up to me. Like the burden of proof doesn't fall on me to reach out to you.
right.
Yeah, like I'm part of your stable. You should know when all your fighters, this contract is up. You should reach out to them and be like, hey, listen, as want to let you know that your contract is up and you have options. If you want to resign, you could do that. And if not, then I wish you the best, So, you know, it wasn't like that, So he's telling me that I should be reaching out to him. I'll be like, yo, listen, it has never been like that. You always call the shots. When it came to ticket percentage and everything, you always wanted to give me 10% of everything that I worked hard for. I kept my mind on the bigger picture. I told myself I'm gonna see better days, and I'm just gonna have to bite this bullet for what it is. So long story short, I'm in Vegas. And he was like, "Well, he's just upset because I had mentioned a lawyer. Like I never said that. Like I had beef with you. Like, oh well, I can see you in court." And in my mind, I'm like, "What you mean? I don't need to go to court with you. My contract is already over. Like you're like in the rear view mirror. Like why I gotta take you to court for what? I'm a free agent, bro. I got my contract. No one's above the law, so I should be good to go." That was my understanding. That was my understanding of my lawyer and everybody that's on my team. On my uh, professors that speak to, the consuls, the people, the elders I look up to that I talk about, that are professionals in their field. So the understanding was that we're good to go. So, I come back from Vegas, long story short, and then I'm reaching out to other promoters now. So like just how he heard that I was reaching out to other promoters, I was hearing out what was going on behind the scenes, that basically other promoters are being threatened to get sued if they put me on their card. So like for people that don't know boxing, that's called blackballed. So like now Victor Reynoso can't get a fight anywhere else because you're stating that he still owes you a year, which is false. Victor Reynoso does not owe you a year because Victor Reynoso got in writing that his whole contract is in writing that he's done. So, right? So formally, that's what the law is, right? So these promoters have been informed of my contract because I sent them my contract. So the question is, after you guys have all the legal paperwork, why is everybody terrorized to put me on their card? What's going on informally that people are scared to put me on their card? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, why is it that former fighters could never leave Jimmy Birchfield Sr. in CES? Why is it that this is a constant thing? Why is it that ex-fighters can't leave his contract and not fight elsewhere? You know, like, why am I still being haunted after my contract is up?